Mr. Truck here, somewhere up in the Rockies, close to Blackhawk. I'm here with the 2018 Titan from Nissan. That's the half-ton truck. It has the 5.6 V8, 7-speed automatic, 390 horsepower, and 394 pound-feet of torque. It's a fun little truck. It's a king cab. They were the first ones to come out with that extra cab back when they just made the little truck, the mini truck, which turned into the Frontier. So we got the king cab. We've got Pro 4X, the off-road with Bilsteins and all of the skid plates. It's a fun truck. We've been hauling all of our ATVs and UTVs. We got the Pioneer side-by-side and the Rancher and the Yamaha up having fun in the high country where the snow's not too deep. But come join us for the review. There's the brake controller. It's on the right side, right past your four-wheel drive dial, below your radiator. Great place to get to it. I can get to it instantly if I need to control the trailer sway and not hit the foot brake. Very good safety feature having that on the right side of the steering wheel. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, all these gadgets. You got the four-wheel drive locker, hill descent, cargo lamp, fog lights, and over here, that's how you adjust your headlights. If you've got a heavy load and you're sagging, you're squatting, you can tip your headlights down so you don't blind somebody. And in the half-ton class, this is one of my top picks for towing mirror. Of course, it's got the light on the outside, but these are from Australia. Same mirrors used by Ford, or same company, but I do like the mirrors. Now here's some more history for you. Back when Nissan invented the King Cab, later on when they came out with the Titan, they came out with this door that was almost 180 degrees. So you can actually open it when you're in a parking lot. Now everybody else has kind of copied them since then, but it's interesting. One of the many interesting things about this Nissan Titan is the Pro 4X four-wheel drive King Cab. Push button start. Of course, it's four-wheel drive. Skid plate, all those cool things. The Bilstein shocks, which I really like. This one, MSRP, is $50,720. And another cool thing, a unique thing about this for a half-ton, it's got a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty. I like that. The brake controller's in a great spot. Over on the right side, where I can quickly grab it, this is 7-speed. It's got an E-locker, which I like so much better than limited slip. Now it's really hard to find numbers on this. I know Nissan needs to work on that, because the Titan XD I can find right off the bat what the towing numbers, payload numbers are, the axle ratios. You know, most of those are 410s with a diesel. And here I am with this V8, 5.6 liter endurance engine, and a 7-speed, and I have a hard time finding up anything. I can't find anywhere on here what the axle ratio is. I guess I'll have to call somebody, because it's not an obvious place on the Moroni sticker here, which tells you everything. Going along with that, I'm as close as I can tell, looking at all the websites I can find on the internet. It'll have about a 9,000-pound trailer towing capacity, but that depends on axle ratio. And it looks like about a 2,000-pound payload. Again, axle ratio is involved. So I can only get so much information, and I looked all over the websites. Tow haul mode works great on this. Manual shift works great, and we're going to come downhill a little more. We went up to aboard Blackhawk in the high country. Now I took this out with my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter, Colorado Springs, to a off-road park, and we played with our ATVs. should have took this off-road because we could have jumped some of those hills with it. But fuel mileage from the EPA, since it is a half-ton, it actually gets rated. And this one is rated at 15 in the city, 17 combined city and highway, and then cruising down the highway is 20, which is pretty average for the class. But this is the Pro 4X, so it has a lot of extra goodies on it. Shift on the fly four-wheel drive. Let's see. They call them off-road monotube shocks from Bilstein. It's got coarse power disc brakes. Hill descent, which is really cool. These are 18-inch painted alloy wheels. They're all-terrain tires. Vehicle dynamic control, which is we used to call electronic stability control. That's especially handy when your truck is empty and your back end kind of wants to fishtail around on curves and such. The electronic stability control, now called vehicle dynamic control, we use your ABS to control the vehicle and control the sway and the skidding. It's a really good thing. Actually, Nissan, the first one to have that in a truck, which empty trucks really need it. Electronic brake force distribution, so your brakes will level out and balance out. So being pushed down on the nose on a trailer's, when you're braking really hard, or a trailer pushing you up, this has got the electronic brake force distribution. All these vehicles now have the tire pressure monitoring system. It's got a security system, and the blind spot warning works really well. Anytime I was getting ready to change lanes and I didn't see anything in the mirror, and then it beeped at me because the guy was in my blind spot. So I do like that. And the rear cross traffic alert, all those things will save lives. 8-way power seat. You jump up and down and go all the way around. You get very comfortable with this. Underneath the back seat is that storage tray that folds flat for hauling your big stuff. And it's a lockable place if you want to put your valuables, your guns, whatever you're going to put in there. You can lock it all up. Plenty of outlets. It's got 2 in the center console, the 12-volt ones. And on the back side, you get the 120-volt. And rear seat, rear goes to the rear seat. Intelligent key, which I guess your key can speak several languages. Anyway, I'll go into that later. 7-inch color display. It's got all kinds of connectivity. This one happens to have the Sirius XM radio. I love that. It's got the advanced drive assist display, dual zone temperature control. So the fog lights is part of this package too. It's a locking tailgate, which is pretty cool anymore. It's a class 4 integrated brake receiver hitch, and the factory spray in liner. Nissan too was one of the first ones to ever do that. I think they were the first ones back in 2002 to do a sprayed in factory bed liner. It's got the skid plates actually with that FX, the Pro 4X. Covers your oil pan, your fuel tank, transfer case, and the bottom of the radiator, which is really good. Of course, this has the towing mirrors I really like. These are out of Australia. They're made by the same company that makes the Ford mirrors. But big spotter mirror on the bottom. These are actually very good. When they pull out for the big 8.5-foot trailers, this is the way to go. These kinds of mirrors. And the wipers are automatic. They actually will sense the rain, which is really cool. I guess I probably told you that the MSRP is $50,720. But and it says a Utilitrack system. That's another first for Nissan. Way back when Titan first came out, they've got the best cargo management I've seen. They got tracks in the walls, tracks in the front, tracks in the floor. You can tie things down so many directions. We got a motorcycle tied down in there now, and this works great for that. I love the cargo management because you don't want stuff flying out of your truck hitting somebody else. It's got the leather seats. It's got heated power tilt telescoping steering wheel. That's kind of fun. Here in Colorado, it's still cold in March, but the heated steering wheels is fun. And even the steering wheel has that memory function like all your seats and everything else do, so you can line it all up and it goes back to where you had it set. And this has a premium package, so for $795 you get ventilated front seats. I guess that's the cooled seats. Intelligent around view mirror, reverse tilt on the side mirrors. That drives me nuts. I've not found where to shut that off, but I back up. I don't like the mirrors tipping down. This does it automatically, and I have yet to find the button to shut it off.
I back up. I don't want to hit the ground. I'm not looking at the ground. I know people are doing that so they don't hit people, but I'm looking at that building back there that I'm about to back into. So that's kind of how I look at things. But yeah, well-equipped truck. I do really like this Pro 4X package. It's quiet. It controls well. Going downhill does really well. So it's a top choice from Mr. Truck. Well, had fun in the mountains. Enjoyed this Titan. Got tow haul mode on it. Easily pulling these mounts. Of course, we're only pulling about 3,000 pounds in the trailer and 250 pounds of motorcycle in the bed. And when I had my whole family in here, we were up to probably almost 800 pounds of payload, counting a trailer tongue weight of 300 pounds tow tongue weight from a 3,000 pound trailer. And so it's not a real big load, less than 4,000 pounds. So this is real easy for it. But it's a fun little truck. These have always been fun ever since they first were born, 2001. Easy handling trucks. The nice thing about this, being a half ton, it's rack and pinion steering. Where the Titan XD is recirculating ball like a heavy duty. So you get a little crisper, tighter steering with rack and pinion, like what cars have, and sports cars and all that. But got tow haul mode on it, holding the hills in a 7-speed. And we're buzzing. You hit the RPMs, it gets a little louder in here, but I'm running 2,000 RPMs right now. Yes, indeedy, it's a good solid truck. You don't hear air noise, you don't hear road noise. I love the mirrors. I can really see well with it, and that's what I really appreciate on a towing vehicle, is to have good towing mirrors. A lot of the smaller vehicles, like in the half-ton class and SUVs, don't do that well. This one has an exception, really good mirrors on here. Getting a little bit of sway with the trailer back there. I have weight distributing hitch on here, but I haven't hooked it up because I'm not required to, under 5,000 pounds. And brake controllers, even though I really like where this brake controller is, there's trailers for under 3,000 pounds, so it's not required to have trailer brakes. So I can see coming downhill, we got quite a bit of wind. We're getting a little bit of force making the trailer sway a little bit. So it would have been a good idea to put my Anderson sway control weight distributing hitch on here. But I've driven it quite a bit now. This is the end of the week. And all through the front of the week, I've driven it more miles with no sway control whatsoever. But coming down a steep mountain hill like that, it wanted to push me a little bit. And that's what you want to avoid. But good looking interior in here. I like the seats. I love the tilt and telescoping wheel. That's one of my big deals. I love those. Double stitched on the leather in here. And this is a pretty upgraded package. There's a couple above this one. But tow haul mode, well under control. I wish I had a 9,000 pound trailer hooked up to it because that'd be a better test. But I use these trucks the way I use them. This one we took the family out off-roading, four-wheeling, ATV in, and that's what we use the truck for. And I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with the quietness of it. Yeah, I've got a lot of trucks. I own one of every brand practically, and some of them I have special exhaust and they're loud, and those are fun. But for driving all day long, I don't like a lot of noise. I want a quiet engine, and that's what this Titan is delivering. A nice, quiet cabin. Coming down a pretty good grade. Tow haul mode kicked in perfectly. Wrapped the RPMs up to about 4,000 RPM. About 70 miles an hour. That's where you want tow haul mode to save you, is at these higher speeds. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot at 30 miles an hour, but at 50, 60, 70, that's where it saved your life and your brakes. Controlling the vehicle right now, I just hit the brakes going down the hill and it wrapped right up to about 3,900 RPM, holding me there steady at 60 miles an hour. So that's the way it's supposed to work. And there's two, this also got his off-road gauges I didn't mention, because this has the 44X package, pistons, the skid plates, all-terrain tires. It also has this off-road setup in here, where you can see what the angle of your approach and departure and your tilt and all that. And I like to use it when I'm towing trailers to see what kind of grades I'm on, which is always nice. It's holding me really well, about 4,000 RPM. So I would say that they've got this calibrated, transmission calibrated for tow haul mode and grade shifting pretty well. Yeah, I'm not in danger.
There you are. I see you. I see you too. What are you doing, Jaden? Smile for the camera.
That thing actually on.
Yes, of course it's a. I gotta listen to it.
Tons of pickup truck questions, right?
Right. Where do we go for the answers?
We go to the Truck Nuts book.
Because we're truck nuts. And we wrote the book, Truck Nuts. We're nuts about truck. The ultimate guide to buying a truck, or to looking at a truck, or judging a truck. Whether it's diesel versus gas, new versus used, what your teenagers should learn about trucks, all that. You do all kinds of cool tests.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. We do the iGauntlet, world's toughest towing test, up the mountain and down the mountain. We do MPG testing on the highway, loaded with trailers.
Yeah.
We do off-road testing. A lot of that data is in this book as well, and it's a one-stop shop for truck information.
That's true. We test trucks, maximum capacity, up to the biggest grades you can do on the interstate.
Yep.
So we really put them to the test. And you can get all the facts you can't find anywhere else. We do MPG tests, which you can't find on any sticker anywhere. So, all the stuff that you can't find is in the book.
And you can find the book at trucknutsbook.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the other bookstores as well.
So read about your truck nuts.